Good evening, YouTubers. I'm not an expert. Tonight, I want to talk about Stanley plane sizes, the haves and the have-nots. I stole that from James Wright. I don't know where he got it, but I just want to let you know. Not my original joke. But these are Stanley. There's a 4, 4.5, 5, and over here is a 5.5. And in the middle is the oddball, the 5.25, which didn't fit in with the joke at all. But these are sort of the mid-range sizes, and they're kind of interesting looking at them next to each other. So I'm going to pull the jack planes off to the side, and let's take a quick look side to side of a 4 and a 4.5. A little bit longer, right? 2-inch wide blade, 2 3/8 inch wide blade. Much beefier, the 4.5, right? But they both are for the same purpose. They're smoothing planes. This one just has a wider bite. It's a little bit heavier. Depending on how you use the plane, some people like a heavier plane. Some people like a lighter plane. I kind of, for smoothing, which I haven't done a lot of, but when I have done it, I like the lighter plane. I think it's a little easier. But as you practice more, a big heavy plane might make you get your job done faster. Might help you get your job done faster. So kind of nice to have. Let's take a look at these jack planes. So here's a number 5. 14 inches long, 2 inches wide. The oddball, the 5.25, the junior jack. So this is, bigger than a 4. We should really compare that to a 4. I will in a second. Here's the 5.5. And basically the same story as the 4 versus the 4.5 is that these, if you're going to use them full width, it's going to be a little easier to push the smaller, lighter plane. But you get a lot of momentum out of this big, heavy one. This is the plane that you see Rob Kosman uses a 5.5 for everything. He really likes it. He thinks these are too light. But Rob Kosman is planing like all the time. I'm not. I kind of like the lighter ones a little bit. I like them all. Keep collecting them. So let's look at a 4 versus a 5.25. So here's a 4. It's the other way. So here's the 5.25, and here's a 4. The 5.25 actually has a narrower blade, and it's a little bit longer, right? About 2 inches longer. So what's it for, right? Well, the internet thinks that this was maybe made for junior high workshops, make a jack plane that a smaller boy could handle. I don't know, maybe. One of the differences between this and a 5 that I just saw is, see, on the smaller planes, the 4s and the 3s, there's no screw in the front of the tote. The 5.25 does not have a screw in the front of the tote. As soon as you step up to Mr. 5, there's that screw. So it's almost kind of really, instead of a 5.25, it's almost a 4 3/4. Or not. I don't know. Stanley gets to make their own names. All right, so that's just a little brief comparison. I know I didn't give you a lot of useful information there, but it's kind of fun to look at old planes. These all need work. They've all got a little bit of surface rust or something on them. Well, the 5.5's in pretty good, pretty ready to go condition. But the rest of them are just planes out of my collection. I don't really need this many planes, but I like having them. Trying to get the full set. Except the 2 and a 1. Those are just silly. All right, well, that's all I got for right now. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.